Hello, everyone. I hope that you're doing amazing wherever you are in the world. My name is Shikha, and I welcome you to my channel. As always, I'm so grateful that you are listening, subscribing, and commenting. I appreciate the support. And if you're interested in supporting me further, you can do that by going to my Patreon or Ko-fi link. They're in the description below. In this one, I want to speak to you guys about INFJs and spirituality, or the spiritual connection that we have, or the divine connection that we have to everything and everything around us. It's a difficult video to do because it's so hard to speak about these ethereal matters, these abstract things, right? I mean, everyone has their own way of looking at spirituality, their own way of looking at the world, about their connection to the world, about their connection to whatever they think is out there as the higher power, if it's a divinity of sorts, or consciousness, or just a god, or whatever your name for that might be, the universe. And so there's many different ways of looking at it, but I do notice that there are some similarities in INFJs in the way they look at the world, especially the world of spirituality. Now, I do notice that religion is something that really, I mean, there are a lot of INFJs who do message me saying, Jesus Christ is the one, is the only one savior, etc., things like that. And things that of that nature. But I do think that is because INFJs are looking for somewhere to belong, because we've been misunderstood and lonely for so long. I think religion is a good place for them to go, where everyone knows their name and everyone loves them, or seemingly loves them, and wants them to be around, and there's a regular place they can go to be around people. And so that is, I think, what really appeals to us as religion or religious aspirations. But in general, I find that most INFJs are more spiritual than religious, right? Especially if you're a healthy INFJ or a wiser, older INFJ perhaps, and you've been kind of thinking about it for a long time. Because I spent all of my youth, all of my teens, all of my 20s thinking about spirituality and religion, wondering about it, questioning it, asking questions to everyone that I could find about it, who I thought might have the answers. They did not. And so, I spent a lot of my time thinking about it because I was okay with believing in religion as long as I saw that it was a good thing to believe in. And our questioning mind, our intuitive mind as an INFJ is willing to be open to every idea, right? I'm willing to be open to the idea that God does exist and he's here on this planet, or he's going to come to this planet as a messiah and save us all and things like that. I'm open to believing that as long as it makes sense to me. But from the beginning of time, my life, I would say, I just could not find anything that made any sense about religion. Not only the fact that a lot of religious tenets and teachings are in contradiction with each other, because I think that they've been convoluted over time, but also the fact that you fight over religion with the other religions, and the fact that you say your religion is the only true religion. That all makes it seem to me like it's nonsense, like it's bogus. Yeah, because why is your religion the only religion when you don't ever say that about language? My language is the only language. You don't ever say that about your, I don't know, your clothes. My clothing is the only clothing, and everyone else's traditional clothing sucks. Yeah, no one ever says that about all of those things. But for religion, it's like this thing where it's this way or the highway, or like not no way kind of thing, right? And it irks me actually. I don't like it. And also the fact that there are all of these religions fighting with each other, when isn't the basic tenet of religion to be good to each other and not to kill other people over things, and to be kind and to treat others as you want to be treated? I think that's the golden rule that is pervasive throughout all religions. So why are people going around saying you're a Muslim and I'm going to kill you over that, or you're a Hindu and you don't deserve to live? It doesn't make any sense to me. And so from the longest time, like from when I was a child, I would look at this and I'm like, no, I don't think I'm religious. I don't believe in any religion. I am born Hindu for sure. My parents are Hindu. But I just could not relate to it. I wasn't able to connect to it at a deeper level. And I would go to temples with my family occasionally because they were there, and I wanted to support them. But it was very difficult for me to say, yeah, I am religious or I'm Hindu. I'd always have a difficult time with it. Now, spirituality, for some other reason, really appealed to me, because it wasn't like you're saying, okay, I'm spiritual and my spiritual path is the only path, and if you don't follow my path, you're dead, or you should be dead, you're never going to go to heaven, things like that, right? There was less rigidity in it and more flexibility, and I really appreciated that, because everyone could just follow their own path. They could just be who they wanted to be, Now, of course, not harming anyone. That's not ever a thing, no matter who you are. But just doing your thing. If you believe in the universe, then believe in the universe. Yeah, do your good things and your good deeds because you believe that the universe wants you to do that. Or if you believe in Lord Shiva, then believe in Lord Shiva. That's fine. It's just a name and it's just an entity, and you're doing good because of them or because of him. If you believe in Jesus Christ, yeah, go for it, do it, but do good and don't put other people's religion down. Don't put other people's spiritual aspirations down. Just do your thing, do the best you can, and then go forth, right? And so I really, for me, this connection that I have to the divine, to consciousness, to this ethereal unknown, to this divine source of everything, right? I mean, there's so much magic on this planet. There's so many miracles happening on this planet. If you look at anything in the world, everything is connected. Like just the fact that the way the rings of a tree go, the circles in the tree, and our thumbprint are exactly the same. If you look at the pattern, it's exactly the same. If you look at the fluorescence of flowers and you look at the colors behind it, it's beautiful, it's gorgeous, it's just like magical. And if you look at the auras of people and colors of the rainbows or all of these beautiful different species, all of them different and so unique. I mean, there's so much. I mean, I just look at the world and I just feel this aspiration, this just goodness about this world. And I feel inspired. I feel motivated to be alive, to really be alive and to live on this planet and to be here and to just be here so powerfully that you can't even imagine, right? And so I just love it because this world is full of this magic, full of this miracle, and something divine, I believe, something powerful, something ethereal, whatever it might be aliens who are further ahead of us. It might be God, it might be the universe, it might be universal consciousness, it might be, I don't know, Mother Nature, whatever it is, whatever you believe, something created all of this, something created all of this magic, something put us on this planet right now in this moment in time. I mean, the things that had to happen for Earth to be habitable, right? Like the things that had to happen, it had to be at the perfect distance from the sun, and it had to have the perfect kind of combination of things happening in the primordial soup for life to emanate, for life to appear, and for us to become who we are right now in this moment in time with evolution and whatever else. And there's 100,000 things that had to happen for you to be sitting here watching me on this video. Right? 100,000 million things, combinations and permutations, perfectly aligned, perfectly set up so that you're here. Right? And so as soon as I start thinking about all this stuff, I just feel so connected to the world in general, to every being on this planet, whoever she or he or it might be, and connected to the divine source of everything, whatever you believe it might be. And I myself don't know what it is. I give it a name, and I call it consciousness or divinity, or just this ethereal being that I'm connected to all the time. But it doesn't matter the name, right? The name is just a name. A cup is just a cup because we call it a cup. It could have been called Dup or, I don't know, Pup or something. You know what I'm saying? It's just a name. It's just a name that you put on it. It really is it's just random, right? And so what are we doing arguing over a name? It doesn't make any sense at all, to me at least. So don't argue over the name and don't argue over the path. Just do it. Just go on your own path. Do your own thing. Don't harm anyone else. And that's it. I think that's all the universe would really want from us, or this ethereal source, right? And so I really believe that this is, and I've noticed a bunch of INFJs believing in the similar kind of path of spirituality, aspiration, and divinity rather than religion because of all the negative connotations associated with religion. But I think that that's just our own thing. I think INFJs do it because we're always thinking, we're not just going to take something that's just given to us, handed to us on a platter. Everything that comes at us, all knowledge, whatever I read, whatever we read in general or we understand or we garner, we just don't take it as face value. We're not like, all right, cool, so this person told me, so it must be true. We always critically think about it. We're always like, maybe it's true. Maybe it seems like it might be true. Perhaps it's true. Let me think about it. Let me use my intuition and let me think or feel what feels good to me, what feels right to me. And then when it feels right to us, then we believe it. And if it doesn't feel right, we're like, well, I'm sure that other person believes it's true, but I don't necessarily believe it for myself. That's okay. They can believe it, of course. We have the right to believe whatever we want, and we have the right to not believe whatever we want, right? And so I think that right to choose what our belief systems are, and the right to let other people live their own amazing lives is what INFJs are all about. We're always like this. And even when it comes to spirituality or religion, we're exactly the same. You do your thing, and I'm going to do my thing, and we're not going to bother each other about it, right? I think that's why it's one of the same reasons why homosexuality is all right with us. You're doing your thing, but I'm doing my thing. My sexuality is also very, very convoluted. It's not really like a heterosexual thing. It's not really following the path. So do your thing. You're not harming anyone. Two consenting adults doing things together, fine. It's fine with me. And so that's our thing with everything. And I really think that it comes true and shines forth when it comes to religion and spirituality. We just want everyone to have the choice to believe what they want to believe and to leave everyone else alone, right? So whatever you believe in, if it's Jesus Christ, or if it's Prophet Muhammad, or if it's the Dalai Lama, His Holiness the Dalai Lama, whatever it might be, it doesn't matter. Believe in it and live your good life. Live the best version of yourself as much as possible, and just do your own thing. Just don't bother other people about it. I hope this makes sense. I know this is a difficult topic to speak about, and so if I do offend someone, it's not what I wanted to do. I just wanted to speak to you guys about my thoughts on this matter. I'd love to hear from you guys as well. What do you guys think? What do you guys think about spirituality and religion? And again, I really do not want commentary on this about how Jesus Christ is the only way and the only path. I'm going to delete those comments. I always do, because it really irks me, because I'm like, no, he's not the only path. He's one of many hundreds of paths. So if you say something like this, I'm sorry, but I'm not going to let it stay on my channel. I'm not saying that, I don't agree with the fact that Jesus Christ is one of the paths, and definitely one of the good paths. He has brought so much to our life. But please realize that that is only one path of many. Okay? All right. Thank you so much for listening, and I shall see you guys the next time around. Bye for now.